Bite my tongue? Never. See, what they don't know is they're tuning in to DBYC podcast, and I'm just discovering the world around me.
Taisha, I love you.
I feel like God is telling you to keep going.
You quit on yourself, you really down bad.
Tune in Wednesdays at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Welcome back, everybody, to DBYT Podcast. I am Taisha, and I am the host of all of this right here. Today, I'm going to be reading one of my poems that I wrote last year, 2021, and I don't think I've ever shared it with you guys. So I'm going to read that off today for you guys, and I hope you like it. It is called The Perfect Stranger, and this is a poem about love, baby. Y'all, I love love. But why does love hate me? Not this way. Y'all gotta work with me. Work with me. I'm sorry. I cannot stay serious to save my life. Okay. So, without further ado, this is The Perfect Stranger. Cool. So, my days were sweet and long back then, not a care in the world. I didn't have to worry about how witty I was or even if I was a 10. Life was simple before you noticed me, back when you were the perfect stranger. You had your life and I had mine, not knowing that one day they could intertwine. Until one day we grew up so fast and in an instant. Now I see that we were different. The nighttime had grown shorter, but something else was festering. Initially, I caught your eye, but I didn't see what you did. What did you see? Potential, love unconditional, no drama, just a baby when he's calling me mama. Now we sit here, so I add a comma. I wish I would have known the severity of your spells, because boy, you gonna leave me with trauma. Years later, you caught my attention through social media, the ease of it all. Not to mention, I had just got out of a situation. And with your personality, it wasn't hard to fall. Understand, I never had somebody who really belonged to me. Was always the priority that people would place second or for later. I didn't matter, so I will always find myself to be the one that had to cater in hopes that I get back that energy that I gave. I stood tall so I wouldn't cave. My first puppy love was wild. In such a short time, I was experiencing this feeling so intensely, but what was it? I always knew I didn't have the mind of a child, but if it was swinging, whoa, excuse me, sorry. I always knew I didn't have the mind of a child, but if it was a swinging bat, I would have been hit. They knew I was changing, but I knew I had the chance to be myself around you, so I didn't second guess it. Change, evolution, growth. I had finally felt freedom, that sense of self that people talked about. We had a vibe that could cause power outages in the largest of cities. Are you catching this wave? Can you really say you with me? I remember the first time we kissed in the rain, and I wanted to profess my love for you in that very moment, speaking about how cinematic our love was. You beat me to the punch by telling me first. Telepathy, that was our superpower. The way you would be knowing me and read me like a book, not just knowing my southern roots, but you took the time to explore the dark space in the back of my mind. Bliss, passion, those are just synonyms throughout these sentences. Love, danger, interchangeable. Just wait for the "what's up, stranger?" We had our ups, we had our downs. I had gotten attached to something that I had conjured up. An idea, a blessing waiting to happen, just to be let down. No fault of ours, because I don't regret the way I love you, nor what I wanted us to have. No one knew me like you did, and oh, y'all. No one knew me like you did, and the same could be said about you in an alternate universe. The magic that we oh man. Oh. I'm good. Oh man. I haven't read this in a long time. Ooh. I'm sorry. Oh man. In and out. We're gonna start. Okay. One more time for the ones in the back. No one knew me like you did, and the same could be said about you in an alternate universe. The magic that we made was so unreal, yet so familiar when we were together. I miss those days, and they cross my mind from time to time. Every time we touch, everybody seems to disintegrate. It always feels like we're the only two people here, and the room starts spinning like we're in a movie. Every time. It's you. It doesn't matter what you do, because it will always be you. Those were the words that were played in your mind and eventually passed your lips to caress my ears. The sweetest sound, I swear. And it was always so clear. Your words I held to the highest possible tier. More time passed and your vision became blurred, not understanding how loyal a person could be to you, just for you. At this point, what did love have to do with it? Absolutely nothing. But at least we had that understood. It's crazy, because the smallest ounce of hope that you'd give is what I would cling on to, just to give me another excuse to stay. I loved you in that way. And if we had to go back, I would. Well, you know what I was gonna say. As time went on, we went our separate ways. You finding your place while I found mine, thinking something so sweet and so long couldn't possibly come to an end like the days I used to experience as a child. Here and there, we do speak on occasion, and it feels refreshing, just like the rain felt on our skin that day. The memories will never fade, and honestly, why should they? I'm happy for you and all that you accomplished. I always will be cheering for you, just like I did when we were kids. It took a long time for me to realize that the person I thought I knew was just the perfect stranger. Oh man. Yeah. I'm crazy in that way. I love so hard. I do. I am emotional because when I write out of a very emotional state. I can't do this poetry thing without feeling every ounce of every word that I write, because I feel it all. These is real experiences that I've been through or that I see in my head. So yeah, I know it was a lot. It was a lot to even. This was not planned tonight. I didn't plan to read this tonight, but I did. I'm proud of myself though. I'm proud because I've grown so much and I see things for what they are and not what they could be. So I just want to thank y'all for listening and going through this little emotional roller coaster that I just had, because it was emotional. sorry, I'm a goofball by nature. I can't help it. But yeah. I'm Taisha, and I promise I won't bite my tongue. I'm gonna see y'all later. Bye.